Picture this, a striking image, a tiger, bold and powerful, right in the center of your view. Its orange and black stripes stand out, drawing your eyes immediately. All around it, a dense, vibrant jungle stretches out, filled with twisting vines, towering trees, and a chorus of hidden wildlife. Now ask yourself, what grabs your attention first, the majestic tiger, or the lush, intricate scene that surrounds it? Your instinctive answer might seem personal, but it actually reveals something deeper about the culture you grew up in. In some cultures, people are taught from a young age to focus on the main object, the individual at the center of the story. In others, the emphasis is on the context, the relationships, the environment, and how everything fits together to create meaning. Researchers have found that these differences show up across the world, shaping how we see and interpret even the simplest images. For example, Americans often describe the tiger first, noticing its features and actions in vivid detail. Meanwhile, East Asians are more likely to start with the jungle, the environment, and the web of connections between everything in the scene. There's no right or wrong answer here, just different ways of making sense of the world around us. What we notice first doesn't just shape our memories, it also influences how we explain what happens and why. If your focus is only on the tiger, you might explain its actions by its personality or instincts, but if you see the jungle first, you might look for outside causes, like the environment or circumstances that shape the tiger's behavior. These habits of attention aren't hardwired, they're learned, shaped by the culture and community you grow up in. Culture acts like a lens, coloring the way we see, interpret, and understand everything around us. The same scene, two perspectives, each leading to unique and sometimes surprising understandings of the world. This is just the beginning of how culture shapes our minds. Let's look even deeper into the fascinating ways our backgrounds influence what we see and how we think. Culture isn't just about food or festivals, it's the invisible system of beliefs, values, and habits that shapes our reality. It's the collective wisdom passed down through generations, influencing how we perceive the world and interact with it. It's the unwritten code we inherit from those around us, subtly guiding our actions and decisions. From birth, we absorb it through language, stories, and daily routines. These everyday practices embed cultural norms deep within us. Culture is a lens so familiar, we rarely notice it's there. It's like the air we breathe, essential, yet often invisible. We assume our way of seeing is the only way, not realizing that others may have entirely different perspectives. But psychology shows our minds are shaped by the culture we grow up in. It influences our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It guides what we notice, how we group things, and even how we remember. Our cultural background can affect our cognitive processes in profound ways. For example, do you group a monkey with a banana or a panda? Your answer may reflect your culture's way of thinking. This simple choice reveals deeper cognitive patterns shaped by cultural context. Culture shapes our sense of self. Whether we see ourselves as independent or as part of a group, it defines our identity and our place in the world. To understand how people think, we must first understand their culture. It's the foundation upon which their worldview is built. It's the software running quietly in the background of our minds, influencing our every thought and action. Recognizing this lens is the first step to understanding others and ourselves. It allows us to see beyond our own biases and appreciate the diversity of human experience. It reveals that our way is just one of many. Each culture offers a unique perspective, enriching the tapestry of human life. This awareness opens us to a richer, more complex view of humanity. It fosters empathy, understanding, and connection across cultural divides. Culture is the key to understanding how we see the world. It's the bridge that connects us to others and to the broader human experience. How many colors are in a rainbow? Most Westerners say 7, but that's not a universal fact. The spectrum is continuous. Our language draws the lines. Some languages have many color words, others just a few. The Dani of New Guinea have only 2 basic color terms. One for dark, cool, one for light, warm. Russians have 2 words for blue, Goluboy and Sinai, making them quicker to spot differences between shades. Language shapes what we notice and remember. The Inuit have many words for snow, allowing them to see distinctions others miss. In languages with gendered nouns, people may describe objects differently based on grammar. A bridge might be elegant in German, strong in Spanish. Our words don't just describe reality, they shape it. The categories our language gives us carve up the world in unique ways. What we can name, we see more clearly. Language is not just for communication, it's for constructing our reality. The world you see is painted by the words you use. In the heart of Namibia, the Himba people live surrounded by the vibrant colors of the savanna. Their language is especially rich in words for green, capturing subtle differences in the landscape that most outsiders would never notice. Yet, remarkably, they have no distinct word for blue. In a fascinating experiment, researchers showed the Himba a circle of green squares, with one square just slightly different from the rest. The Himba could spot the odd green out almost instantly, their eyes trained by language and environment to pick up on the tiniest variations. Their language has shaped their perception, allowing them to see subtle shades of green that most Westerners would overlook. For the Himba, these differences are as clear as day, woven into the fabric of their daily lives. But when a blue square is added to the mix, something surprising happens. The blue doesn't stand out to them the way it does to us. It blends in, almost camouflaged among the greens. For English speakers, the blue square is obvious, impossible to miss. But for the Himba, it's just another shade, not marked by a special word or category in their minds. Their language groups blue and green together, so their brains aren't primed to separate them. The boundaries between colors are drawn differently, shaped by the words they use every day. This isn't about intelligence or ability, it's about what their culture has taught them to notice, what their language has trained their eyes to see. The experiment reveals something profound. Language doesn't limit what we can see, but it shapes what jumps out at us, what grabs our attention first. Our native tongue sets our default perception, quietly guiding our focus and framing our experience of the world. The Himba can learn to see blue as distinct, just as we can train ourselves to notice more shades of green. With new words and practice, our perception can expand. But our first instincts, those split-second reactions, are shaped by the words we know, the categories our language gives us. The world isn't a fixed reality. It's filtered through our cultural vocabulary, colored by the language we speak and the stories we share. What's obvious to one group can be invisible to another. Our differences in perception are a testament to the diversity of human experience. Our perception is a canvas, and language is the brush that paints it, adding detail, color, and meaning. Culture colors what we see, shaping not just how we describe the world, but how we truly experience it. The way we describe the world changes the world we experience, and reminds us that reality is as much about perception as it is about fact. How do you experience time? Is it a resource to manage, or a flow to move with? Western cultures often see time as linear and strict. Punctuality and efficiency matter most. Schedules are sacred, and being late is disrespectful. In many other cultures, time is flexible and social. Relationships take priority over the clock. An appointment is a guideline, not a deadline. These differences reflect deeper values, individual achievement versus community connection. Understanding these time signatures is crucial for cross-cultural communication. What's efficient to one may seem cold to another. What's flexible to some may seem chaotic to others. Our sense of time is a cultural creation. Psychologist Robert Levine measured the pace of life in 31 countries. Switzerland and Brazil stood at opposite extremes. In Switzerland, life moves fast. People walk quickly. Transactions are efficient. Clocks are precise. Time is managed like a resource, and punctuality is a virtue. In Brazil, the pace is slower. People linger. Conversations matter, and clocks are often inaccurate. Time is flexible, and relationships come first. For a Swiss business person, lateness is unprofessional. For a Brazilian, a warm conversation is more important than the schedule. Neither approach is right or wrong, they're just different cultural scripts. Our sense of urgency and deadlines isn't universal, it's shaped by the culture we live in. Recognizing this prevents misjudgment and builds better global relationships. Time, too, is a cultural story. What does it mean to be successful? The answer depends on your culture. In the US and other individualistic societies, success is personal. Wealth, status, achievement. The self-made individual is the hero. In collectivistic cultures, success is about fulfilling roles and supporting family or community. Being a good son, daughter, or team member is the highest honor. These definitions shape our ambitions and self-esteem. Individualistic cultures may fuel innovation, but also isolation. Collectivistic cultures foster belonging but may discourage standing out. There's no single path to a good life, just different cultural maps. Understanding these differences helps us appreciate the diversity of human motivation. Culture shapes how we think, not just what we think. Western cultures tend toward analytic thinking, focusing on objects and their traits, using logic to resolve contradictions. East Asian cultures lean holistic, seeing context, relationships, and accepting contradictions. Analytic thinkers break things down. Holistic thinkers look for connections. For example, when asked why a fish swims away from a group, Americans might say, "It wants to lead." Chinese children might say, "The group is chasing it." These habits are learned, not innate. Both styles exist everywhere, but culture sets our default. They shape everything from business to blame. Understanding these thinking styles helps us bridge cultural divides. Our minds are shaped by the stories our cultures tell. There's more than one way to make sense of the world. In a global world, understanding culture is essential. Our way of seeing feels natural, but it's just one perspective. Misunderstandings happen when we assume our view is universal. Cultural awareness turns conflict into connection. It helps in business, healthcare, and education. Learning about other cultures is also a mirror for ourselves. It fosters humility and curiosity. Each culture adds to the human mosaic. By seeing through others' eyes, we enrich our own. Embracing our differences is the key to a more united world.